Hi there guys, Chatty Chatot here, and welcome back to another top 5, guys. Now, as per normal, I asked you guys what types out of the remaining ones that you wanted me to do, and it was actually a draw. It was actually a draw between grass types and fighting, and so I thought I would step in and choose one, and I thought I'd finally finish the trio. We've done water, we've done fire, so I thought we'd do grass today. So as per normal, guys, there will be a link in the description below of all the previous types if you've got a favourite type that you want to go and see. Also, I'm going to put one of these just over here. This is just my opinion, guys. Like I say, this is all judged on the way they're designed, the way that I've personally used them in game, as well as using them competitively. And also, there are no Eeveelutions in this list. There are no, there are no Ultra Beasts in the list, and there is no legendaries and things like that. I will be making a special list for them. Eventually I will get around to doing them. In fact, there might be a special poll this week asking you guys what exactly you want to see, so watch out for that. Anyway, I'm yammering on and on and on, so let's get in to the top 5. High five. Number 5 is more Pokemon that I've personally used. I haven't used one recently. Unfortunately, it's not the best mon. It's a little bit fragile, which is unfortunate, but I think it's cool. I really think it's cool. I like the idea behind it, and that is Roserade. Roserade is really, really cool. When originally, I can't remember what the evolution's called before it, but I didn't like this Pokemon until Roserade came out. Roserade, I think, is really cool, especially it's sort of based on Zorro, if you know what Zorro is. If you don't, then you really need to go and watch those movies. Basically, he's like a musketeer. He's like the epitome of sort of like a hero. He's a vigilante. That's the word for it I was looking for. And yeah, Roserade kind of goes with that, with the mask it has on. It does have its like little, it has like its rose hands and stuff. And I think it's a really pretty mon. Shiny isn't great, unfortunately, but it's mainly the reason I like this Pokemon is just because of the way it looks and the way that I've used it. I used it a lot in game. I used it mainly in sort of the later games, so like Gen 5, Gen 6 sort of games, and I'd still love using it to this day. It's just unfortunate that unfortunately it's not great competitively. It's in RU, I believe, so you very rarely see it. I might try and see if I can get it to work, but we'll see. Maybe it might appear in one of my streams one day. Maybe you should watch out for that. Anyway, we'll move on to number 4. Number 4. Now, number 4 is more, it's a recent Pokemon. It's Gen 6, and it is, I'm going to get to the point, it's Gourgeist. Why Gourgeist, are you saying? Why Gourgeist? Why not Gourgeist? I think it's a cool mon. When it came in Gen 6, I think Pumpkaboo and Gourgeist are really cool. They're very quirky Pokemon. They can be bulky, depending what size they are, because they come in small, medium, large and extra large, so they're depending on what size you have, depending on what stats they have, they can be used as a trickmon. I've tried to do it myself. It's alright, it's surprising. Sorry about that, guys. It's surprising the way that they work. And also Jessie had one in Gen 6, what do you call it? Sorry. In what's it called? It was just X and Y, wasn't it? The anime. It was just called X and Y. She had one. She traded it with another guy's. Traded it with another guy, and then it evolved, and then that Pumpkaboo didn't like it, and then it's just like stupid because you can only evolve it by trade. But it's shiny. Oh my god, it's shiny is really cool. I like it shiny. Its shiny is just really, really cool. And it's just like the epitome of what a nightmarish sort of ghost thing. I mean, it's based on a pumpkin, for goodness sake. Of course it's going to be like Halloween related. I, in fact, did a load of sort of my version of a competitive one for a stream called Trick or Treat Stream. And I actually gave a load away. And I think they're cool anyway. They're not, like I say, you don't see them, not very good. I think the PU in the competitive scene, they're not great. You can use, like I say, I used it as a trick mom more than anything else, which is basically a wall breaker. But don't know if you could use it as anywhere else. Maybe you can show me. Maybe you can come and challenge me on my stream and see what you can do with a Gorgeist. But anyway, if you bring a shiny Gorgeist, I'll be happy. Number 3. Now, number 3 is a little bit close to my heart because we're going to Gen 3 now. And the reason is I use this Mon a lot. I fell in love with this Mon. At first, I wasn't so sure. But then I fell in love with this Mon. I'm not even joking. It's so cool. That is Shiftry. Shiftry, I really love. There's so many little details I like about Shiftry, design-wise. So when it's like a little, it's like a little acorn. It's a little acorn. Then it turns into Nuzleaf, which obviously where Nuzleaf comes from. But I didn't really like Nuzleaf. I went off it, and then I found out it evolved again, and so I was like, because this is back in the day where you had like a very limited amount of information on the internet. So I found out that it evolved. I didn't see a picture of it, and I thought, I'll give it a chance. I'll let it evolve, and it did. And I'm so glad I did. I love its mane. I love its like little clop feet. It's actually based off a traditional shoe. I believe it's a Chinese shoe. I'll put a picture of it here. It's like a wooden shoe with 2 blocks. So it's there to actually go over rice fields, I believe. I'm sorry if I'm butchering certain things because I only know little tidbits of information about this. I probably might do some more videos of in-depth look onto certain Pokemon and like where their inspirations come from, possibly, if you guys want to see that. But it's like a shoe that they used to like go over rice fields, I believe, so they didn't like smush them. I could be wrong. I don't know the actual name of these shoes, so if anyone knows that, please comment that down below because you know a lot more than I do. But Shiftry, I think, is a really cool looking Mon. It's sort of based on ninja sort of style Mon. It's I believe it's a special attacker, I think, off the top of my head, because it's been that long since I've used one. I haven't really used one past Gen 3, but it's in my heart because it really did steal my heart. Every time I see one, I called mine, I actually still remember what I called mine. I called mine Shifty. Shifty the Shiftry was really like a powerful Mon in my Ruby game, and you can tell in my voice that I was dead excited. I'm always excited to see a Shiftry because it is such a good. I like it. I can't really say much more about it because I just like the design of it, and just the way that it looks with its little beady eyes. It was in the anime as well, briefly, and it was very cheeky in the anime. It was cheeky, but it was defending its territory, defending its friends, so it's got loyalty there. It has its morals, so I think that's really cool to have that in a Pokemon and flesh it out as well in the anime. But that's why I like Shiftry, and we'll move on to my number 2 spot. Number 2, someone's gonna hate me for this. Someone's really, I know who you are, and once I say this Mon, you'll know who you are. You know who you are. And my number 2 is Tangrove. Now, some people really hate this Mon, and I can name, you know who you are. I might even put a little thing going ding, there's your logo. So the reason I like Tangrove is because, well, apart from I have curly hair. No, I'm joking. It's not because I've got curly hair. Tangrove is really good competitively, and I sort of used it. I didn't use it in game. Or watch it in the anime. I don't really like its design. I do, but I don't really like its design. I'm sort of in the middle with its design. Its shiny is okay. I do prefer its shiny colouring than its normal colouring, which is blue. Its shiny is green. Competitively, it's a really good Mon. It's bulky. It's more of a physical bulk than special, so that's why most people put an assault vest on it. And also it does have the lovely ability of Regenerator, which is the most annoying ability in the world war-wise, because if you switch it and if it takes a big hit but you manage to switch it out, it then sits in the back of your party and regains some of its health, and then you can switch it back in again. And you can do this multiple times. So every time you do it, it keeps getting its health back. So it goes from having the tiniest little red to having its full health back. So it's really bulky. Now, some people are really annoyed with this mon because it's a pretty good moveset it has. It can be really trolly because it can have knockoff. It can have knockoff, Giga Drain. Usually it has like toxic on it. Sometimes it'll have I've forgotten the last move now. Sometimes it will have Leech Seed as well for some extra recovery. Sometimes, not always, but most certainly always has knockoff, which is an annoying pain because you don't want to risk losing your item taking it on. But because it's so bulky and it's got Regenerator, you need a mon that's quick, fast, and hits really, really hard to get rid of it. Which is why I like it, which is why I use it. Anyway, I've chatted on enough about Tangrowth, so let's move on. Anyway, guys, what do you think of the top 5 grass list so far? Why don't you comment down below of what your top 5 is? Why don't you tell me what your favourite on the list is? Is there something that I missed? Have I missed a mon? Have I missed a mon? Have I missed your favourite? Please let me know down below. Also, guys, like I said, I am going to put a poll up for the next top 5. It might be a normal one. It might be a special. It probably will be a special. You'll have to check it out in PokeTuber Battle and Trade, which is one of the places I will be putting it. Not sponsored, by the way. And yeah, if you like this, guys, like I say, there's a whole playlist of them. I've done most of the types now, so you should go and check them out. Anyway, I've yammered enough as per normal, and I will move on to the number 1 spot. Number 1. So, number 1. Ooh, number 1. Now, number 1 took my... because I don't really use many grass types. I'm going to be honest. The main grass types I use are starters, which obviously aren't included in this list. They're going to have their own little thing going on for themselves. And this mon just came and took the grass type by storm for me, personally. And I never thought when I first saw this thing, yes, that's right, you know it, it's a Gen 7 mon. When I first saw this thing, I never thought it would actually take over from my top 5 list. I never thought it would be number 1. And that is Delmise. Now, Delmise, yes, it looks like an anchor. You wouldn't think it's grass ghost. It's grass ghost type. And it is beautiful. The reason I say it's beautiful, I love it shiny, where it's sort of like rotten. It's like, the reason it's red is a really good thing, because people are like, why is it turned from green to red? Why is it turned from like bluey, greeny colours to red and green? The reason is because when seaweed decays, it actually goes that colour, which is really cool when you think design-wise, because it's behind like a steering wheel and an anchor. That's what I call mine as well, anchor. The reason I like it is I use it for spinning mainly, but it's a solid spinner. It's really good. You can use it as a normal attacking mon as well. You can use it to trap and lure people in, because anchor shot traps people in, and it's a really good move, as well as having power whip on it. Obviously I put rapid spin. You can put a move to recover from it, so you could put leech seed on it. I think it lives leech seed actually, off the top of my head. I think it does. But you could put like toxic and stuff on it as well. And it is just, I think it's a really solid, underrated mon. People should use it more. I've never seen anybody use it apart from me. And I just like it. I thought one day I'll give that a go. And sure enough, if you know how to use it properly and you give it the proper support, it can take mons out like the best of them, because people underestimate it and they don't realise that oh no, I'm trapped now. I can't do anything about it. And they've just switched the wrong mon in to deal with it. And it just takes advantage of that and it will hit. And it is really, really good mon to use. Especially, like I said, with it being a hazard remover as well. You get 2 for the price of 1, which is always nice. Anyway, and it's quirky. I like the ghost grass typing. I do. It's quirky. Originally when I first saw it, I wasn't too sure about it with it being based like on an anchor ship and stuff. But I thought, yeah, that's actually kind of cool. It's kind of, I can see why they've done it because of like all the pirates thing. I hope they do more things like that because that's kind of cool. Because I like, as you can see with the spoon behind me, I like the ghost typies. And I like the grass typies too. Anyway, that's why Down Buys is my number 1. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked my top 5 grass types. What was your favourite? What is your top 5? Like I say, why don't you comment down below and let me know? Also, guys, there's plenty of other top 5s for you to check out, as I've already said in the video. There's plenty of other Pokemon content on the channel. And if you like this video, guys, please like, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. You guys know exactly when I'm uploading and exactly when I'm streaming. So then you won't be out of date and you won't miss a thing. Also, there's plenty of other things on the channel. There are other Pokemon content. There's battle videos. There's Nuzlockes. Plenty of other stuff like that. There's also some Minecraft stuff. And there's some guest games as well. So you should go check them out. Some of them scary as well. Oh, just don't nudge my camera. Anyway, guys, I've chatted on enough as per normal. And I will see you in the next video. But remember, guys, chat on!